Good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about exposure to authentic listening material to enhance children language proficiency. This conference is about how early exposure to authentic listening material benefits children's language proficiency through cartoons and songs. This provides a comfortable learning atmosphere, motivate, aid memory, boost self-confidence, support vocabulary retention and pronunciation, and enhance critical thinking skills. Emotional connection with learners enhance language development and cultural awareness. Learning English as a foreign language has been a big deal through the years as it involves mastering the four macro skills of the language. However, two areas that have been proven particularly challenging are listening comprehension and pronunciation proficiency. Even though these skills have been researched, it still needs some more investigation about it. Therefore, in the introduction, there are some aspects to be addressed, such as generalization, a brief background, the adjectives, and the thesis statement. Next, in the body section, some terms are explained, such as authentic listening material and its advantages. Since in the most Nicaraguan schools, the English books are designed with pedagogical purposes, as a result, children are not accustomed to listen to a native English conversation. Besides, this section, the use of cartoons and songs as pedagogical tools to enhance language performance in children are also discussed. Finally, the most relevant findings and conclusions from different studies will be addressed in order to draw conclusions about the main issues related to this topic and how to enhance the learning process in children regarding to listening comprehension and language proficiency. Do you want your child to not just speak, but truly communicate? Imagine a world where their words flow effortlessly, where they can navigate conversation with confidence and express their thought with clarity. The secret to unlocking this linguistic brilliance lies in an often overlooked treasure called authentic listening material. The issue of skillful spoken language production has received considerable critical attention in the English as a foreign language field. Recent research has pointed out that L2 English learners seldom develop the mastery of a speaking skill as declared by English language curricular programs. Some researchers should suggest that this inadequate development of communicative competence may be due to the nature of the listening material learners deal with in class. Thus, a considerable literature has grown up around the theme of authentic listening to address the issue of skillful language production. Therefore, the main purpose of this study is to find out the impacts of the influence of authentic listening material input in children and how this input helps children to be proficient on pronunciation. To add up, there's a need in English teaching and learning process related to the resources, but it's important to say that it is not just the material, but the type of material the student is exposed to. And of course, the material has to be authentic in order to create a meaningful learning in children regarding to speaking skills. Therefore, authentic language input is defined as any material in English which have not been specifically produced for the very purpose of language teaching. Examples of these materials are films, songs, stories, games, and play. Although these materials are not made for language teaching purposes, they contain the characteristic of language used by the native speaker. This is what Taylor, 1994, have quoted. One of the main problems in Nicaragua's English curricula is that it's designed according to non-native language. For instance, English books are designed for the pedagogical purpose. This is to say, their main goal is teaching grammar, writing, vocabulary, reading, and listening, but all those items or activities are designed with a non-native language due to it is not the English that is spoken by native in real situations. One of the main tools for enhancing language proficiency are cartoons. Keiner cited that authentic and interactive video has been accepted as a valuable resource for language learning because they offer communicative context in which learners might feel reality and enhance communication skills. According to Rule and IU, cartoons are preferred because they create love-affective feelings atmosphere which causes high degree of motivation. Besides, they state that this high confidence and motivation achieved through exposure to cartoons and has the potential to enhance the memory. It is impressive how watching cartoons during the early stages of a child's language development can aid in achieving proper pronunciation for EFL. In Taraf 2010 points out that children are good observers and they make use of such contextual clues like movement, body language, intonation, mimics, and gestures, action, and messages in order to understand and interpret the language itself. Similarly, Postic 2015, as cited by Algonine, found that although children living in non-speaking English countries may develop American accents over time, they extensively watch American TV cartoons. Additionally, a study by Morales Montenegro, Ruiz, and Concha, as cited by Algonine, showed that when children watch cartoons in English, they can learn to stress certain words and present the required meaning during communication because cartoon characters exaggerate their speech, which makes it possible for learners to differentiate words through intonation. Therefore, watching selected cartoon programs over time lets children observe how characters interact in English in various situations that require specific ways of pronunciation. Although children may not have communicated in English in social settings, by watching cartoons, they learn to pronounce correctly, beginning with internalization, then practicing to speak afterward. Besides, exposing a child to cartoon programs from an early stage allows him or her to form a good understanding of various English language rules, thereby minimizing pronunciation errors from an old age. On the other hand, referring to songs, Pratiwi 2018 claims that songs can be or can provide authentic language, are easily obtainable, provide vocabulary, grammar, cultural aspects, and are fun for the students. They can provide valuable speaking, listening, and language practice in and out of the classroom. The fourth Tasnin also expresses that songs thus bring many positive effects by creating an entertainment class environment, connecting the real-life emotional factors, building learners' confidence, increasing motivation, developing grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, and memory. Tasnik 22 also says that students can gain insights into the cultural values of a foreign country through songs. And also, Kujul 2018 points out that using song in the English classroom benefits learners in many areas, including linguistic development, exposure to culture and diversity, and experience with multiple ways of human expression and communication. Kujul also expresses that music provides three parts: the reinforcement of aspects of rhythm in a language. Second, an opportunity to examine culture and diversity through authentic songs and other materials. And third, a way for learners to explore human vocal expression and communication from speaking to singing. Moreover, Murphy, 1992, argued that songs are useful tools while teaching and learning vocabulary, sentence structure, and sentence patterns. Besides, Civic Bass says that connecting grammar and vocabulary songs help students to improve their language skill. Another effect of using songs as a pedagogical tool, cited by Civic Bass, is that they have a great influence on the development of pronunciation and stress of the words. And Arleo 2000, as cited by Cujul 2018, mentioned that learners acquire vocabulary and idiomatic expressions through music and can even review grammar points they have studied. According to ARA, as cited by Savickas, states that it can be concluded that songs are beneficial sources to prevent students from getting bored. However, Cujul 2018 expresses that for learners, music is a way to gain access to authentic material from a specific cultural context. Besides, Bokiev, as cited by Tasnim 2022, consider music as not only a form of art meant for entertainment, but also a kind of healing art or a medicine for the soul and body, in a manner of speaking. Civic 2012, as cited by Tasnim 2022, considers songs as vital tools to create a safe and natural classroom ethos and to overcome feelings of shyness and hesitation on the part of the learner. Therefore, Arevalo, as cited by Tasnim, concluded that practicing listening to songs gives students experience and tools to understand more details during any speech. The ears become more acute and comprehension becomes easier for them. Students also become familiarized with sounds and natural reductions of English that can be put into practice when speaking. To sum up, from the previous discussion, it can be said that English teaching in classroom must be improved by including the use of authentic language inputs, especially those kinds of material that are catchy for children, such as cartoons and songs. In brief, multimedia resources, including cartoons and songs, function as potent instruments for language learning, offering a wide array of benefits such as enhanced pronunciation, vocabulary retention, cultural understanding, and increased motivation and self-confidence for learners of all age groups. Thank you for your attention and for attending this section. See you next time.